There was a period where I was tasting lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly shrooms, everything. And it was only a break from again. When you get 18, you get the House Diddy's Mystery is out once more. And this time around we're taking a gander at how he guided and Justin Bieber. Now we as a whole realize he coached Usher, and everything except imagine a scenario in which we let you know that Diddy was likewise presumably manhandling Usher, as well as 15-year-old Justin Bieber, prepared to figure out additional about Diddy's filthy mysteries. Then, at that point, welcome to Gay Book of Scriptures. And how about we get everything rolling before we delve into subtleties you all need to remember this initial 48 hours right currently. He's having 48 hours with Diddy him and his kid they're having the hours of their lives. Like you know where we hanging out. And what we doing we can't actually unveil oak presently if it's not too much trouble. Hold that idea for us since we're returning right to it now. It would intrigue you all to realize that Diddy took Justin Bieber under his consideration for 48 hours around quite a while back when the hotshot was only a teen. Now we as a whole know Diddy's set of experiences with teen young men. Recall what ended up guiding Ben there to see the way of life right. And I saw it and it was. And it was nevertheless I couldn't say whether I could enjoy and comprehend what I was in any event. Seeing it was wild. Well, it seems like Diddy could have rehashed history with Justin Bieber. Leading Diddy isn't able to handle little fellows because of the past claims against him from the FBI, yet as of late overshadowing surfaced. And we can't resist the urge to feel like Diddy could have treated it terribly thanks to unfortunate youthful Justin. So first he will enjoy 48 hours with a strong and popular big name. And that is where the entire situation gets precarious. We as a whole understood what Usher confronted when he spent time with more seasoned superstars. As a teen it might have been fun, yet most certainly not the sort of fun a kid at that age ought to be presented to. Back to the substance, Diddy took Justin to a Ferrari that had been pressed in the carport and let him know he could allow him to ride it when he turned 16. Presently Justin was just 15 at the time. He has a go at losing sight of what's most important, however. Diddy advises him to dial back soon as you turn 16. You understand what I'm talking about. I will allow you to shake this each time that makes somewhat dusty, yet you realize, man, okay, oh, not terrible, but not great either. I will be driving this 1 year from now. No doubt when you get 16 you come now. You know with your seat. I'm 15. You could ride in the front seat. I got my license. Now that Maya delayed down oak, lob jam oak slowly. But truly yet definitely no doubt now. Diddy didn't stop at giving Justin the Ferrari. Think about what he did next, folks. He offered Justin the chateau and let him know he might have it when he turned 18. Then when you get 18, you get the house now. This sounds like a wild dream for a youngster, wouldn't you say? First Diddy guarantees Justin a Ferrari by 16 and next. He additionally guarantees Justin the chateau when he's only 18. So what might have been Diddy's rationale in giving Justin these extreme gifts? We realize Justin was a genius youngster. At all, actually, given Diddy's set of experiences, we can't resist the urge to feel that maybe he gave Justin these gifts just to learn them into specific exercises that aren't legitimate for him to be participated in. Not that there's anything off base in giving him these things, yet some parental direction might have been instrumental here. Who knows? In any case, Justin was exceptionally energized at the proposition. And he clearly couldn't say no. Who might, except for Diddy, offered something that we can't neglect presently. Back to the class that you saw before that we requested that you remember, like you know where we hanging out. And what we doing we can't actually uncover, please. Who can see us? What was it that he might actually maintain that should do with youthful equity that he was unable to specify before the camera because of his conspicuous nonverbal communication? Then he acted dubious And Justin looked confused. Might there be something that Diddy planned to do that he didn't believe that anybody should realize about? Well, we definitely understood how he managed Usher, the youthful and honest attendant, was presented to unequivocal exercises, completed by different big names, under Diddy's supervision. And in addition to that, he and Diddy even shared a bedman. This is truly upsetting. Could that be how he needed to manage youthful Justin? To open him to things inappropriate for his age, I mean. Did he even admit he didn't have lawful guardianship over Justin, as he had with Usher? So he reserved no option to uncover Justin the manner in which he did a definitive proof that Justin was impacted adversely is his admission of his battles with habit and violating the law. The Wiz opened up in his docuseries that he was utilizing drugs right off the bat in his profession and couldn't manage without them. There was a period where I was tasting lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything. And it was only a departure, sound like Diddy's attempting to Usher, when he began his music vocation. Subsequent to performing for Usher at the studio, it didn't take long for Usher to sign him, giving Diddy admittance to Justin, on the grounds that Usher was guided and prepped by Diddy. As we plainly saw, it turned out poorly for Justin as per him. He said he needed to have an economical heart and profession. He likewise advised fans that he would have rather not might have arisen to fix a few well-established issues in his day-to-day existence. And on account of his better half Haley and others around him, he had all the help he expected to ward off the bad impact from his high school years and get spotless. Tragically, Diddy has a long history of sexual embarrassments. And it doesn't simply end with his supposed maltreatment of underage young men. Beside the FBI's examination, which occurred sometime prior, Diddy is likewise known to physically mishandle different superstars. Just to show him he's more remarkable than them, Christopher Williams was one of the survivors of his maltreatment. And on account of the lawyer who uncovered him, we could not have possibly been aware of it. Panther Wright is famous for calling individuals out in the business and discussing their grimy, privileged insights. And to be straightforward, we might have disregarded her allegations against Diddy about how the attorney called Chris, giving him then, and how could he compromised her not to enlighten anybody regarding what she saw, but rather with this proof scowling at us. We can't resist the urge to accept that Diddy may be gay, as well as maybe he's likewise a sexual assaulter. There's a lot going around for us to overlook. Even a portion of his partners have blamed him for being gay. A genuine model is 50 Penny, who suggested that Diddy stay during a meeting at the Morning Meal Club. He said he expressed something to me one time, quite some time in the past. And Chris Knighty's wedding, he advised me to take me shopping. I saw him like, what do what you say, let me move, man, before I accomplish something you going to make me mess up the wood. Gracious, that is a decent motion, allow me to escape. Nobody now 50 Penny might have misrepresented in the clasp, yet we as a whole realize that Diddy looks for butt plugs. It's sufficiently not to finish up, yet we accept these specs are truly worth interfacing. Deed's previous protector quality arrangement, who is likewise truly near him, focused on Diddy looking for butt plugs. As he going, I'm taking a gander at the spots where he's picking stuff from. So there's one section he got a few things from up here on my left side. And afterward we picked like a many of them down. I'm similar to approve you place them toward the back. So when I went by there and I looked into there, and it said butt fittings, and I was like, hello yo now. Everything appeared to be unimportant. Yeah, they could possibly guide us toward reality behind this multitude of charges. Yet, folks, we should think about this on the off chance that we take a gander at Usher's life and the way in which he wound up. It is protected to presume that Diddy was, to be sure, a terrible effect on him. Glance at the way that Usher was really at fault for moving Herbs to one more man deliberately. And the male informer, in spite of the fact that he has not distinguished himself, has claimed the conditions encompassing what he says is openness to General Herbs by Usher. Both of them clearly had some type of sexual contact, which causes us to accept that Usher may be gay, very much like his coach, who presumably is likewise gay. And it is conceivable that in the event that Usher wasn't presented to the way of life he resided while he was a youthful and gullible teen, he'd most likely have an alternate direction for living, and would have wound up tainting someone else with herps that equivalent string finishes Justin Bieber, as we perceived how he carried on with an unseemingly way of life, by taking medications, and in any event, getting trapped with various ladies, until he fundamentally altered his methodologies and began dealing with himself to be a superior individual. Everybody obviously saw the examples, and the main individual we have as a primary concern to fault for everything is, as a matter of fact, Diddy. Perhaps we're off base, yet Usher and Justin are the two known teens Diddy tutored that didn't have their lives go precisely well as they became older. And however one figured out how to sort things out later on, the other confronted public shame after the insight about him contaminating another man became a web sensation. So for however long it's on the record that Diddy coached Usher and even had care of Justin momentarily, he certainly needs to respond to certain inquiries. And beside this large number of divinities, likewise accepted to have killed a few specialists in the business, who presumably would have been alive and flourishing today, had he not hindered them, the cases that Diddy was behind the passing of Tupac and Big Deal are as major areas of strength for yet today, as many individuals accept unquestionably that he contributed to their homicides. Yet in spite of this multitude of we keep thinking about whether substantial proof will at any point come against Diddy. When are we going to figure out reality behind these claims? Until reality comes out, we'll draw an obvious conclusion, and finding more about Diddy.